Leo loved to draw. He didn't have much, but he had a big imagination. Every day he'd sit outside, drawing the world as he wished it could be. Bigger houses, beautiful gardens, and happy people. He dreamed of making the world a better place, but he never thought his drawings could come to life. His brush was old, and his paints were almost gone, but Leo didn't mind. "One day, I'll make something amazing," he said to himself, as he doodled another flower on his piece of paper. One afternoon, while wandering the market, Leo saw an old man selling all sorts of strange items. There were sparkling gems, golden trinkets, and even a crystal ball, but the most interesting thing was a golden paintbrush, shining brightly in the sunlight. "How much for this brush?" Leo asked, his eyes wide with wonder. The old man smiled a mysterious smile. "This paintbrush isn't for money," he said. "It's for someone who knows how to dream. If you have the heart of an artist, it's yours." Leo didn't know what to think, but the brush felt warm in his hand. "Thank you," he said, but when he looked up, the old man was already gone. That night, Leo couldn't wait to try out his new brush. He dipped it into his old paint pot and began to draw a simple flower on his bedroom wall. But when he finished, something amazing happened. As soon as the last stroke was painted, the flower on the wall began to glow. It grew and grew until it was a real, colorful flower right in front of Leo. He gasped in surprise. "This is magic!" Excited, Leo painted more things. He painted a loaf of bread, and it appeared, warm and fresh, right in front of him. Then he painted a tree, and it sprouted in the corner of his room. He painted a chair, and it grew sturdy legs and arms. Everything he painted became real. Leo couldn't keep the magic to himself. He used it to help his village. He painted food for the hungry, fresh clothes for the poor, and even fixed broken houses. The village was changing, becoming brighter, happier, and more beautiful each day. But soon, a greedy merchant heard about the magical brush. He arrived in the village one afternoon, seeing all the beautiful gardens and shiny new homes. "Who did this?" he demanded. "Who has the power to create all this?" That night, while Leo was sleeping, the merchant snuck into his house and stole the golden brush. "Now I'll be the richest man in the world," he laughed. He thought he could paint endless treasures for himself, but when the merchant tried to paint gold, the brush created a huge pile of squawking chickens. When he tried to paint a mansion, it turned into a giant sand castle that collapsed with the wind. "This is useless!" he yelled, frustrated. Angry and embarrassed, the merchant threw the brush into the dirt and stormed off. The next morning, Leo found it near his door, shining as bright as ever. "Looks like it knows who it belongs to," Leo said with a smile. Leo kept the brush safe and continued to use it for good. He painted gardens full of fruit trees, beautiful playgrounds for children, and houses that were safe and warm. The village became the happiest place anyone had ever seen, all because one boy believed in his dreams. The village celebrated Leo every year, not just for the magic he brought, but for the kindness in his heart. And Leo never stopped dreaming, knowing that with a little imagination, anything was possible.